Hi, I'm Freya from Sport Autumn Beads, and today I'm going to show you how to make this quirky Echelle bracelet using Chilli beads, Monte beads, size 11 seed beads and bugle beads. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this Echelle bracelet, which means ladder in French, using beads from our inspiration packs that we've put together in 5 different colourways. Very often in the shop we find people say that the hardest part of jewellery making is actually putting together the colours and different beads. So what we've done as we come into autumn is we've created some autumn inspiration bundle packs for you. So these come in 5 different colourways and they all include some size 11 seed beads, some Monte beads, which have got 4 holes, some bugle beads and some Chilli beads. So it's a pack of Chilli beads, a tube of bugles, a pack of Montes and 8 grams of size 11 seed beads. What I've done is I've designed a bracelet using these beads. However, we'd love to see what you can create using these different hold variation of beads. So I'm making a bracelet. It's a little bit like this one here, but I'm making it in a blue colourway. I'm using these blue cones here to show you how to make that bracelet. What you'll also need is a toggle, some size 10 beading needles and some fire line. So I'm using a £6 fire line today and I'm going to show you how to make this bracelet. So I've threaded my size 10 beading needle with just over 2 meters of fire line. However, this is completely up to you how much you thread depending on how much you like to work with. And I've also just added to my fire line a stopper bead. This is just a bead from my stash, so I've done this by threading the bead and then going through it just to secure it onto my thread here. And now I'm going to show you how to make this bracelet. So to start with, let me get the lighting a bit better. To start with, I'm going to add a Chilli bead. Now, as you can see with the Chilli bead, it's got 2 holes, so it's really important to make sure that you go through the same hole throughout your bracelet. So I'm going to go through this inner hole here, the one furthest away from the point, through the whole way. I'm going to go through it that way. So as you can see, let me just drop it to the thread, to the end of the stopper bead. The point's going out, and I've got that extra hole this side. So you need to make sure you go through the same hole, the same direction of the Chilli bead the whole way through. Now I'm going to add 2 size 11 seed beads. And then after the 2 size 11 seed beads, you've got your Montes. So your Monte, again, it's got multiple holes. This time it's got 4 holes. You're going to go through 2 at once. But instead of the hole being towards the outside, you're actually making it so it's inwards. It's quite hard to explain. So you want the other 2 holes to be the other side of your bracelet. So the opposite side to the point for the Chilli. So in that case, I need to go through these 2 holes here, those 2 holes that side, so that when I thread it down to my brace, to the stopper bead, I have the other 2 holes there for when I come back down that side to do the other side of the bracelet. Then I need to add another 2 seed beads, and then it will be a Chilli bead. Again, the Chilli bead needs to be facing the same, facing the same way as the one I've previously added. So I'm going through that inner hole first, like so. That's your first section. Your Monte bead might flip around that way, that's perfectly okay. It's actually probably easier when you thread them to do it that way so you can see where the other holes are. So now I'm coming out with this Chilli bead. I need to pick up another 2 size 11 seed beads and then go through my Monte. So I'm copying like I've gone through there. Can you see the 2 holes? So I need to go through these 2 Chilli beads here. Not Chilli beads. I've gone through the wrong holes. These 2 holes of your Monte there. Not very focused. Let me put it back on my bead mat. There. and then another 2 size 11 seed beads, and then another Chilli bead. Again, this Chilli bead needs to be the same direction and making sure you're going through that same hole. Dropping down. So you've got your bracelet like that so far. And this is what you're doing till you get to the correct length. So you want to do about 6.5 inches of this pattern, as you can leave an inch for the clasp. I'm going to move my bead back a little bit so a bit more central. So I'm going through those. Picking, it's really tricky. There we go. Those 2 holes there. Dropping down and going through another 2 size 11 seed beads, and going through another Chilli bead. So you've just got to repeat this the whole way till you've got to about 6.5 inches. So I'm coming out of a Chilli bead. I need to pick up another 2 size 11 seed beads, a Montees, put it there, a Montee, go diagonally across, another 2 size 11 seed beads, and then a Chilli. So I'm just going to carry on now till I've got the correct length, and I'll be back with you shortly. So I finished my first length. So I've got 15 Chilli beads and I've got 14 Montees. So now I need to go back down the other way, going through the other holes in the Montees and adding my other row of Chilli beads to make the width of the bracelet. So I'm coming out of this Chilli bead here. So I'm coming out of this last Chilli bead here. I need to now go back down to go through the other holes of the Montees. So to do that, I need to add some more Chilli beads. So this time the Chillis are going to go the opposite way, so the points are sticking out. So I'm going to go through the inner hole again, so that inner hole there, drop it down. To start with, it will go next to it, but that will all sort of straighten out in a minute. So I'm coming out of the Chilli bead now. I need to pick up 2 size 11 seed beads and then go through the other 2 holes of the Montee, so these 2 holes here. I'm going to go through that. I'm going to hold the Chilli, actually on the Montee, because it's a bit fiddly to start with, and just pull tight on your beads. So you need to make sure as you're going round that there's no loose cord on this side that you've done. So you need to pull really tight, hold the Chilli, pull really tight. And then I need to add another 2, my seed beads here, so there, another 2 size 11 seed beads, and go through. Oh, no. I need to pick up another Chilli bead again, making sure it's going the opposite way to match up. It's like a mirror, you're mirroring what you've already done on the other side. Go through the inner hole, pick up 2 size 11 seed beads and go through the, let me put it into the middle, the other 2 holes in that Montee there. Pull my thread through and pull tight. Sort of pulling against it. So now you can see it's sort of starting to build. Again, pick up another 2 size 11 seed beads and a Chilli bead. So you're going through that inner hole. Another 2 size 11 seed beads. And going through the next Montee. going through the next Monty there. So you're not going through the chilies that you added previously, you're adding new chilies this time and just going through the Montees. You'll be going through the other hole of the chilies a bit later on. So again, you're now repeating this until you get to the end of your bracelet. So I need to do 2 size 11 seed beads here, a Chilli, another 2 size 11 seed beads, and then go through those 2 holes of the Monty there. I'm just going to carry this on. I can't get through those holes. There we go. I'm just going to carry this on now until I get to the end. Whoop, that Chilli's got there. So I'd be adding 2 size 11 seed beads, a Chilli, another 2 back through the Monty. So I've gone up all the way along the side of the bracelet. I'm now coming out of this last Montees here. So I need to pick up 2 size 11 seed beads and this last Chilli bead. Last Chilli bead, so I'm going through that in a hole just the same. Just like that. And now I need to go back down the other side of this bracelet, going through the other holes of the Chilli beads, adding the bugle beads this time. So I've gone through this, the other hole of the Chilli bead, pulling tightly. So now I need to go back down, this time adding bugle beads. So I'm threading a bugle bead and going through this, the other hole of the Chilli. I'm going to do that all the way down the bracelet. This is filling the hole. So again, picking up a bugle and going through the next hole of the Chilli. It's quite an easy part where you're not adding anything apart from your bugles. Going through, filling the holes, if you like. Just make it a little bit more sturdy. You could use something else instead of the bugles. You could add just seed beads. Not the bugles. Going through. So I'm going to do this until I get to the end of the bracelet. So I'm now at the phase where I've gone through all of this side here, apart from this last one. So I'm going to pick up my last bugle bead and go through the final hole. Ooh, lost my needle. There you go. Like so, pulling close. So it's brought all the Chilli beads together. So now they're all flat. And this is a good place to add your clasp now. So I'm going to pick up some size 11 seed beads. I'm going to pick up 10 size 11 seed beads. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then one side of my toggle clasp. I'm just threading that down to the bracelet. I'll turn it so you can see here. So now I need to create a loop and then add some more. So what I do is I'm going to go back through the first 4 seed beads there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that will create a loop. Just pull it out. As you can see, that's now secured that clasp there. I just need to add, just come out there, turn it around. So now I need to add another 6 to match up that side. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. and go through the hole on the other side of the chili, so that hole there. And that's attached to your clasp like so. That's just my preference with the amount of seed beads. You can add more or less depending on how many more you need so it's a comfortable fit on your wrist. So I'm just going to go through that again just to secure it. So to do that, I'm just going to go, I try and turn that there. So you can see I'm coming out of this hole here. I'm going to just go through the other hole, the chili bead, and then go through the other side, the first hole there, that chili bead, and then, and then back up this outer hole, where I can then go through, as you can see I've already gone through one, go back through all of these seed beads here. I'm going to go up those. Might have to do this in bits. Back through those 4 at the top. I'll do that last one in a minute. And then that last one, and then back through the toggle, oops. And then I just need to do the same down the other side, so I'm going round those 4, tight, okay, and then just dropped my needle. And then once I come out of those 4, I need to just go back down those 6 the other side, and then through that hole of the chili bead. If you can see the outer hole there. Pull tight, and now I'm ready to add the bugles down this side. Okay, so I'm picking up a bugle and going through. If I pick this one up, you'll be able to see. There we go, that hole there. So I'm just going through that hole, pulling tight, and again, so just like you did on the opposite side, you're just going, filling the gaps. Like that, the whole way. So I'll be back with you when I get to the end. So I'm now coming out of this chili bead where I need to add my last bugle. So I'm just going to go through my last hole there, add my last bugle, and then I will need to add my clasp. So if you have enough fire liner, you can add your clasp coming out of this one. If not, you can change over to the tail that you left with your stopper bead, but you do need to remove that stopper bead now. Everything will be fine, so you can do that by just pulling it off like so. And I need to just repeat what I did on the other side of my clasp here for this side. So I need to pick up 10 size 11 seed beads. 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. Drop those down. Tail might get a little bit in the way. And then I need to go through my clasp. And back through the first 4 that you come to on those 4. Back through those. We can tie off your tail in a minute if you don't use your tail. And then I need to pick up another 6 to mirror the opposite side and go through that hole there for that chili, so the outer hole. Like so. Pull tight. Go up the inner hole of this chili bead. And this is when you can tie these pieces of fire line together. So I'm just going to do a double hitch knot with these along the end. It's just going under once, pulling tight, and then going under twice. That will secure those. Bring that tighter, and then with your needle, excuse me, just need to go through that inner hole of the other side chili bead. Followed by going through the outer hole, and then back through your seed beads which have secured your clasp. And that'll just make it a bit more secure and give it a bit more strength as well. Just going back through those, and then you'll be nearly finished your bracelet. So I'm just going back through the toggle, back through those 4, back down the other side, and then back through the outer hole of your seed beads there. And this is when I've got my tail caught there, so I just need to fish that out. So I'm just now needing to tie this end off. So to do that, I just make some hitch knots over where I've already been. So I'm just going under there. Oh no, let's go under again. And then with this loop that you've created, just go through the loop and pull tight. That's just creating some knots. So we're going to go through that again, this time going under the loop twice. Like so, pulling tightly your thread. And then I'm just going to work my way through my bracelet, and I'm just going to make a few more knots in different places. This time I'm going to go, oh no, I'm getting all caught out now. I'm going to go up there, actually. And just create a knot around here. Just to secure it, you can never be too secure. Go under once. I go under once there, and then I'm going to go up a bit more and go on to another hitch knot. And then once you've done those, you can cut off your fire line and you're finished. Actually, now I've got to that tail, I'm going to do one with those because that will be secure then. Just going under there like so, under once, and twice, doobie-doo. Now I'm finished. So with some sharp scissors, well actually first I'm just going to pop some high post cement there. What you can do, if you can see the knot, if you just go through a bead next to it, that will pull the knot into your bracelet so you can't see it, like that. So now I'm going to cut off my fire line and I will have my finished bracelet ready to wear. Now I've cut off my ends of fire line. I hope you've enjoyed making this Echelle bracelet, and thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe to get notifications when we upload new videos, and happy beading!